opposite. Obviously here it's a little difficult to see, but yes, the wingers would really want to get tucked in. So when we talk about defensive, right, we talked about it before, we want to get compact, so we want to get closer together, right? Because if they play the ball out here in the wings, it's okay, right? Because then the winger can go out there and defend, right? So we want to get nice and tight in the middle, because this is where a lot of the dangerous things usually happen, right? If somebody has the ball somewhere in here, there's a good chance they can shoot. We want to stay tight here, and if they play wide, then the wingers can go and defend.
All right, so the bracelets I just gave you is a little company, a little mission that Tony Jr. and I started recently, and what we have found is that we really want to start appealing to men, you know, and I think men coming together as a community, they help build each other up, because no one, just like what Coach Bernie was saying, when you guys celebrate your victories, your victory happens together. Because if there's only one man on the team and you're against 9 players, you'd have no way of winning, right? Because all 9 players would be on you. So it takes the entire team to draw the defenders away. You know, even what you guys think the most little inadequate piece of that play, where a defender and a forward are way off, away from the whole entire play, you have no idea that is still a big part of that play. So it's important, the element of teamwork. Well, beyond the field, how long are your games? About an hour, right? How much do you practice a week?
2 hours a week.
2 or 3. So you play soccer, what, 3 or 4 hours a week?
Yeah.
How many other hours are you alive? Many. A lot, right? So what we learn on the field is only just a small piece to take you out into the real world, into life, because the element of teamwork and maturity and hard work and all that stuff that you guys are doing as soccer players are what's developing you as a man. Right now, you're young men, okay? I don't want to call you boys. I don't want you guys to refer each other boys anymore. You guys are young men, okay? So young men, there's certain things of that define the characteristics of a young man. What are some of them? Come on. What is it? What do you guys think defines what a good young man is? Not a boy, a young man. Yes. Kind. Respect.
Being responsible.
Absolutely. Responsible. What else?
Listening to people speaking.
Absolutely. Maturity, right? And maturity is one that I want to kind of hit on today, and we'll get into it here in a second. But I want to talk about the developing characteristics of the entire person, okay? You're more than just a physical being, right? You're physical, you're mental, and you're spiritual. Those are the 3 elements of your body. And I don't know what your guys' religions are or whatever, and that's okay. I'm indifferent about that for now. But you need to understand that each one of those components, in order to be a good man, every one of those components have to be taken care of. So let's talk about being physical. Why is it important to take care of yourself physically? What you got, Mace?
So that your body's healthy.
So your body's healthy? Yeah, right. So you can stay alive?
Yeah.
But if we're not alive, none of this stuff matters, right? What else?
So you can play, you can do like hobbies and play what you need to play.
So you can play your sports, play, not only play, but play what? At a high level, right? So taking care of yourself. Can you go out on the field, out of shape, not healthy, and play your best? No, absolutely not, right? So it's important to take care of yourself. What's Coach Bernie tell you the night before those hot games? Drink a lot of water, right? That's because it's taking care of yourself physically, okay? What else? What were you going to say, Isaiah?
So we can do the things that we like to do.
Absolutely. How about one deeper? Being physically capable of protecting yourselves. What if somebody's trying to hurt you and you're not in any kind of shape, you're weak, and you can't protect yourself? Moreover, when you get older and you start having kids and families and a wife, you got to be able to protect them. That's what a man does, right? You got to be physically dangerous. Now, physically dangerous doesn't mean that you're running around fighting people and beating people up, okay? It just means being capable of it. Okay, so if somebody comes up to you and tries to hurt you and you can't defend yourself because I don't fight. Do you not fight because you're being a good person, or do you not fight because you're weak? And don't be the latter of the two. Don't not fight because you're weak, okay? You want to not fight because it's the right thing to do. But be capable, because in some cases, you're going to be pushed. Your limits are going to be pushed, and someone's going to attack you beyond, and you need to be physically capable of defending yourself, okay? That's why another piece of being physical. Now let's talk about being mentally capable. What goes into being mentally in shape, so to speak? Take care of your brain. Why is that important? Yep.
So you're mentally fit.
So you're mentally fit? Mm-hmm. What else?
What's your university?
Huh?
Learn nursing?
I didn't hear you. Speak up.
Learn nursing?
I didn't hear you.
Learn nursing?
Yes. So you can learn, right? That's great. Absolutely. That's why it's important. What else?
So you don't make bad choices when you grow up. And
That's going to go into the next one. So hold that thought, because I'm going to come back to you on that one.
So you can be smart.
You can be smart, right? So how about back to the physical part about being able to protect yourself? If you're not mentally aware of your surroundings to realize that danger could be lurking, right? Well, then you could, even if you are physically fit, if you're too stupid to realize it, you're going to get hurt anyway, right? Same thing on the field. You got to be mentally aware. Even if you're a great soccer player, you're the fastest on the team, you kick the hardest, any of that. If you're brain dead, you're not going to be able to execute the plays. So you got to come out, that's why eating is important, the physical part, because the physical part also takes care of your brain. Okay? If you're not mentally alert and physically alert, then you're not going to be a good soccer player. Okay? And then the last part is the spiritual part. Why is it important to take care of yourself spiritually? Praying and things like that. What'd you say?
so you don't make bad choices.
So you make bad choices, right? There's that belly, that's that fire inside your belly when situations come up, right and wrong, right? And you guys are, as you're getting older and learning right and wrong, you're developing that muscle. That's your spiritual muscle. That's the thing that's going to guide you through life of right and wrong. That's that little fire in your belly when you know something's right. So now let's kind of paint a scenario of putting it all together. Okay, if you're spiritually sound, let's say when you get older, you're going to be in a situation where you guys together as a unit, as a team, you guys are going to be like-minded. We travel together. Our families are together. We do a lot of similar things together. So chances are you guys aren't going to put each other in harm's way. But we just talked about this. You guys are only really together 3 or 4 hours a week, right? So when you break apart, when this crew's apart, and you're out in the real world, out in schools and everything, and it's just you and some of your other friends that you're not in this close unit with, you're more vulnerable, right? Things can happen. You can be sucked into doing the wrong things. And so you might be in a situation where your friends, maybe some of your best friends that you hang out with all the time at school, they're picking on somebody, or they're doing the wrong things, or do just anything. And this progresses. It gets, as you get older, get into high school, it becomes drinking, drugs, stuff like that. Sometimes, you guys, you're going to be in a situation where you have to think on your own, and you might be the only one that says no to a certain situation when all your friends are saying yes, and you know that spiritual component, because you've been taught right from wrong, you've got the mental acuity to understand that the situation you're in, and you're physically capable of walking away and saying, no, I'm not doing this, right? That's what maturity looks like. That's what it looks like to be a man. Sometimes, guys, it's very, very lonely being a good man, okay? Because you're going to be in situations where not everybody else is doing the right things, and it's okay. You have to define what it is to be cool, okay? Got it? So let's talk about being mature, okay? We talked about being a man. What's maturity look like? And it involves all this stuff, but what does it mean to be mature?
Listening.
Huh?
Listening to your parents.
Speak up.
Listening to your parents.
Listening to your parents.
Being capable of being trusted.
Being trusted, absolutely.
Not
Huh?
Not lying.
Not lying. That's right. Did you have one, Gio? Okay.
Give me one,
Be
Gio.
respectful.
Huh?
I want you to give us one.
Be respectful.
Be respectful. That's mature. It's absolutely mature. You already went. Did you say Ben?
I was gonna say being
Okay. Here you go. We got.
doing what you're told the first time.
Huh?
Doing what you're told the first time.
Absolutely.
Being honest.
Being honest. Ben.
Not messing around when it's a serious situation.
100%. That's maturity, right? When everybody else is clowning around.
Being a man of your choices.
That's right. Absolutely. You got.
Like not goofing around with your friends if someone's like up talking to a big crowd.
100%. Giving people your attention, right? And that's respect. It ties all these are all tied in. Great answers. Great answers. You got another one?
Knowing what to do in situations.
Like in a tough situation?
Yeah.
Like knowing what to do in tough situations, good. Thinking maturely. So let me ask you, is being mature boring?
No.
That doesn't mean it's boring, right? Is it like fun to celebrate? We score, everybody come together and we hug, we score. Maybe the guy that scores slides across the grass, you guys are celebrating, right? When does that not become mature? Because you can do it wrong, right? What's celebrating immature look like?
Taunting the other team.
Taunting the other team, that's right.
Taking it too far.
Taking it too far, right? So,
Taunting the crowd.
absolutely. The other parents or something like that, right? Right? We let our feet do the talking, okay? That's what maturity looks like. And you're going to get players that are going to be in your face, taunting you, trying to get a rise out of you the whole time, right? Go ahead.
After you score, not like shoving it in the other team's face.
That's right.
Bragging.
Bragging, yeah, right? That's not mature. In fact, that's not even a man, right? If you have to brag, let everybody else brag for you. Your teammates are going to tell everyone, hey, my forward's the best forward. My goalie's the best goalie. Let your teammates do the talking for you, okay?
If you celebrate, don't like be in a risk of injuring yourself.
That's right, yeah. Yeah, you can act stupid and actually hurt yourself. I've seen that before. Guys twisting their knees, blowing out an ACL, celebrating like an idiot.
We've had somebody try to do some backflips.
Oh, no. A little backflip guy here.
Flips.
I told you. Yeah. I remember that.
So that's maturity, right? Well, let's talk about real life situations outside of soccer. What's maturity look like outside of soccer? In school, what's it look like to be mature at school?
Not getting in trouble.
Huh?
Listening to your teachers and not getting in trouble.
Yep.
Following directions.
Following directions.
Not being mean to other students.
That's right. What about being a leader? What about being a leader in school? Is that mature?
Yes.
Do you think anybody's going to follow an immature little kid? No. You'll never be a leader, right? Never be a leader. And I want to give a shout out here. Who's our captains been typically so far? Mace, Hayden. Do you guys think that they represent maturity for the most part? Very composed. They listen really well at practice. They work hard. Those are leadership qualities that comes from maturity, okay? With maturity comes a lot of the other stuff you're saying, being trustworthy, being dependable, being accountable, okay? What about at home? What's maturity look like at home?
Not like yelling, and
Fighting with your siblings,
yes.
right?
If you break your mom's favorite vase or something, take responsibility.
Take responsibility, that's right.
Do what you're told.
Do what you're told.
Don't yell at your parents.
That's right, absolutely. What you got, Gio?
You stole it.
Huh? You stole your answer? All right. It's a good one.
Jumping on your bed or the couch.
That's right. Not jumping on the furniture.
You could, instead of having your parents like tell you and remind you, you could just start doing it.
Start doing it on your own. Your chores. That's good. That's a good segue. Ricky, real quick.
Breaking stuff just to break it. Don't break it.
Yeah, don't take care of things, right? Especially because you guys didn't buy them. Yeah.
Doing what you're supposed to do even if your parents aren't around.
What's that definition? There's a integrity. That's right. Doing stuff when no one's looking, right? Doing the right thing when no one, is that mature?
Yeah.
Just because no one's looking, you know, if I miss here, how about one I know one that you guys all do. Who has a clothes hamper you throw clothes into? Where do you throw your clothes for your mom to clean them for you? You throw them in the laundry chute, right? You throw your clothes somewhere, right? Your clothes just don't jump off your body into a basket. You put them somewhere, right? And your moms and your dads ask you to put them somewhere particular, right? So if here's the bucket and I throw my sock in it and it misses, if I walk away and I leave and I go on about my day, do you guys think that that sock is still going to be on the ground?
Yes.
No, why?
Because your mom and dad are prepared.
You know your mom and dad's going to pick it up, but does that make it right?
No.
Absolutely not. And I want you to understand something. How you act in the darkness will come out in the light. And what I mean by that is when no one else is watching you and you do the wrong things, that will carry on, because then you will develop this habit and this muscle that it's okay to do the wrong things. And then you're going to do the wrong things when someone is watching you. And then that's when you're going to be judged. People are going to say you're unaccountable, you're not responsible. And that's when you lose things like leadership opportunities to be a captain, opportunities to get promoted at your jobs. You know, these are big, big things. And guys, I'm painting this picture of how important this is out of just not picking your sock up. Seems like a really small thing, right? But remember this saying, and I'm going to ask you guys another day what I said this day. This is something I want you to remember. It's going to be one of the most important quotes that I give you today. How you do anything is how you will do everything.
I have it on my shirt.
You have it on a shirt, that's right. How you do anything is how you will do everything, okay? If you will just leave that sock there, you will just not go to work one day. You will just miss your bills. You will just get by. And if you want to be successful in life, you got to do more than just get by, okay? If you want to go anywhere in soccer, if you guys want to play on varsity at your high schools and you want to get college education paid for, you can't just get by. If you miss the laundry basket, you go back and you pick your sock up and you put it where it belongs, okay? All right, this is the last thing I'm going to leave you with. I'm going to challenge you guys, okay? You're going to have to go talk to your parents about that. Get out of your mouth. Okay. Who has a chore around the house that their dad currently does that you are now physically capable of doing? And what I mean by that is, like, you guys probably are still too young to mow the lawn, maybe, because it's dangerous. You do? Okay, all right. Well, so let's not get into too much dangerous, but what is something right now you guys currently are not doing that you would confidently say, I can start doing that for my dad? I'll take that role over. Yeah. In fact, will you write these down? Do you have a pen? Or you can type it or something? All right, let's start back here. Locke, what's a chore that your dad currently does that you can start doing? And I'm asking you guys for a commitment here, okay? I'm asking you for a commitment. Don't just tell me you'll do it, because remember, I'm not going to be at your house every night. I'm not even going to ask. I'll never ask again if you guys are doing the chore, okay? This is on you to be a man and step up here.
It's not only my dad who does it, but my mom and my dad do it. Is washing the dishes.
Washing the dishes? So you're going to start helping washing the dishes on a regular basis? Okay. What about you? What's the chore?
Take the clothes out of the dryer and wash her and fold them.
For them? And fold them, you said, or for them?
Fold them.
Okay, all right.
Feed the dogs.
Feed the dogs. Okay.
Feed the dogs and do laundry.
Feed the dogs in the laundry.
Hold on, not too quick.
Okay, all right. Ben, feed the dogs. Hayden, feed the dogs in the laundry. Stepping up. Two chores. Leo, what's yours?
The laundry.
Laundry? Okay.
Washing dishes.
Washing dishes? Okay. Gio?
I don't know how, because all my siblings, they do, one of them does the kitchen, one of them does the living room, and one of them, and I do the rest of them.
What about taking the trash out each week?
Yeah, I do that, and then sometimes my sister and brother do that.
Okay, you guys got chores to find in your house. That's good. What I want you to do is I want you to step up and start helping your sister a little bit more, okay? Whenever you get your chores done, if she's still doing hers, you help her a little bit, okay? Okay.
Cleaning the pool, like leaves and stuff.
Just skimming the pool? Good. I know what you can do for me.
Folding socks and
Help mom fold the
cooking
socks?
myself food.
You do that. That's good. Okay.
Mowing the lawn, but I guess too lazy.
Do what?
Mowing the lawn.
Mowing the lawn?
Laundry.
Laundry. Okay. All right. So listen, this is part of being a man and stepping up, right? Hey, and listen, the way we grew up in the old days, it was very, very like man, woman, woman cooked and clean, man fixes the cars and all that. But that's not what we do anymore as men. What do we do as men? When it comes to roles in the house, what is our role? It's a trick question, but I'm gonna see if somebody gets it. Go ahead.
Do whatever you need to help.
Make sure that your house is clean. So when like the wife gets home from like work or something, she doesn't have to come in with a dirty house.
Part of it. All right, there's a trick question. Here's your role as a man. What you need to make sure gets done in the house. Everything. Everything. Okay? Doesn't mean you have to physically do it, but if it doesn't get done, whether it's brother, sister, mom, dad, I don't care whose responsibility it is. If it doesn't get done, it falls on your lap. You're the man of the house, right? The men make sure everything gets done in the end, okay? So that's the same thing when it comes to back to our soccer team, all right? When you guys are playing, I don't care whose job to do whatever. Everything is everyone's responsibility all the time. And you know what that will avoid? That will avoid the biggest excuse that I hate. I hate this more than anything in life. That's not my job. Get that out of your phrases, like forget it from your memory, forget those words even exist. I don't ever want to hear it. That's not my job. Everything's your job as a man. Okay? Got it? Yeah. All right, so let's go through the acronym real quick on the bracelets that you got, and I'll let you guys be done.
I know them, can I say them?
Yeah, go for it. What you got?
So, S is for...
Here, come up here.
S is for spiritual, T is for trustworthy, R is for resilience, O is for open-minded, N is for noble, G is for genuine, E is for encouraging, and R is for relentless.
Those are good qualities in a good, solid leader who's a man. Okay? Got it?
Yeah.
So be good.
I know what those words mean.
Yeah. So let me do that real quick. Let me just go through real fast. So spiritual, the reason why it's important, spiritual, okay, that is that faith component. And faith is something, the definition of faith is having the ability to believe in the unseen, right? That's what faith is. And so a lot of times we're in a situation, you might come up against a team that we've lost to every single time. Well, because you're a very spiritual person, you have faith that you can do it. Even if you guys haven't done it before, you can do it, right? That's where faith. So spirituality develops that faith muscle. T, trustworthy. We know that. Being dependable. Now listen to me. Just because you're trustworthy doesn't mean that everything you do is always going to be right. That's not what that means. It just means that you're going to do everything with your best of your intentions, right? People can depend on you. If they call on you to step up and do something, they know they can depend on you because you're trustworthy, okay? Resilient. Resilient is a word that represents healing. And what I mean by that is, it's okay if you lose and lose the ball, or something happens, or you get knocked down and you get hurt. Get back up and be tough, right? And be resilient. That's the ability to recover quickly, right? Have a short-term memory, right? Because if we get scored on, if we just unravel every time we got scored on, we'd never win, would we? That's what resilience is. Hey, listen, no big deal. It's one goal, we'll get it back, right? Oh, open-minded. When you guys are all together, somebody's making a play, somebody's calling out a play, maybe Coach Bernie's calling out a play, you don't agree with the play. How about you guys are in a shootout? Bernie picks the 5. Is it 5 or 6? 5 in a shootout. Bernie picks the 5. You don't agree with it. That's okay. You're open-minded. You understand that maybe he knows something in that moment. Maybe he saw some players playing, particularly well that day. That's why. So being open-minded is able to see through bigger picture. Okay. Now, N, noble. Noble just means doing things for a good reason, a good cause. Okay. Being noble is being somebody of a high esteem. And then G, genuine. Genuine is very important. You got to know anytime, or people that know you needs to know that anytime that you are putting yourself into something, you're doing it for a good reason, right? Genuine. Somebody who always means what they say. Okay? Encouraging, you guys know what that means, right? Always lifting each other up. Positivity. Always positivity. And listen, accountability is okay. If somebody is doing the wrong things, you don't have to tell them they're a jerk and they're worthless and all that to hold them accountable, because that's not very encouraging. You can hold somebody accountable, have a tough conversation, but still lift them up. It would look like this. Hey, man, that wasn't cool. You shouldn't have done that. You're better than that. Man, I've seen you. You're a good dude. You got a good heart. There's no reason why you should be doing that, right? That's still encouraging, but holding friends accountable, right? That's what that looks like. And then the last one's relentless. Relentless just means going after it. Don't stop. I don't care if you're down 5 points and there's 4 minutes left in the game. There's still a chance. We aren't quitting. We don't quit until the whistle blows. That is in life in general. You don't quit until the whistle blows. You got it?
Yeah.
What you got?
On the back of the bracelet, what is TC2?
Well, TC is me, Tony Cardello, and 2 would be me and him because we're both Tony Cardellos. So TC2. All right, I appreciate the time. I got a little long-winded here. Hopefully, you guys got something out of it. What's the one quote? What's the one quote I told you guys to remember?
Anything you do
Is everything. Is everything. Anything you do is everything.
Close.
everything you do.
Everything you do.
Here, repeat it with me. How you do everything
How you do everything
is how you'll do anything.
is how you do anything.
Amen. All right.